everybody, it's Bill and Jill, and we just wanted to give you a quick update on our home build process.
So we're into May now and the weather's getting pretty nice, and we've been doing a lot of preparation the last few months. Ran into a few challenges and some obstacles to overcome. So we wanted to kind of share where we're at right now with everybody and get you up to speed.
Yeah, so let's give you a quick walkthrough and show you kind of the things that have been going good and some of the things that have been rather challenging. All right, so our first challenge, as you can see, we have some low grade over here. So we're gonna need to bring in a bunch of dirt to fill this whole back side of the lot in. And I think it's gonna make it a lot more manageable for mowing, and it's just gonna look aesthetically a little bit better. Challenge number two, right here underneath the street is gonna be our main water and sewer lines, and we have to get those connected. So we're gonna have to tear up the street and have a plumber connect those, and then fill it back in and let things kind of settle, and then bring in a company that's gonna replace the road. So good times. One of the other things that we decided to do was get temporary power put in. So this pole right here, they'll mount the electric meter to, and that way we can have temporary power on the job site without having to run generators and things like that.
Let's take a closer look at the plot plan. One of the first steps in applying for a building permit is to develop a plot plan. This has all of the dimensions of the property on it. It has the dimensions of the structure that you're going to build, and it has the dimensions of any setbacks, which are minimum distances from the lot line that you can build. Another really helpful bit of information that we have on this particular plan is the elevation above sea level. And so these little green dashes right here follow the terrain, and the numbers, for instance, 1282, represent the height above sea level. So you'll notice in the backyard that it says 1272. That tells us that there's about 10 feet of difference between the front and the backyard, and it helps us determine things like, is the property suitable for a walkout basement? What is the angle of the driveway going to be? And also just helps us determine where exactly the top of the foundation is going to be. Now, we have one variance to the zoning that we need to acquire. And a variance is anything that is outside the scope of the county's zoning, sort of a special circumstance that they will allow within the current zoning. Since the property is on a corner lot, there needs to be visual clearance for traffic that's approaching this intersection. We start at the center line of each road and we go 150 feet in either direction. And then we connect those 2 points. And that red line represents the visual clearance setback that you cannot build within. That is the variance to the zoning that we are applying for. Hopefully that goes well and we were able to proceed with the rest of the building permit process.
All right, so that brings us to the all-important question. When are we actually gonna start and break ground and start doing something?
We have one small hoop to jump through yet in the month of June, and after that we should be up and going and posting more frequently. We're super excited to get started and hope you can follow along with our journey.